Hey guys, Joe here, and this is a very special edition of Tech Talk. So, my friend Tom has a bunch of old computers, and he's letting me use one in my video today. And today, I'm using a very old Mac, and I'll be using Mac System 2. And that was the second version of Mac ever to be released. So, I'm going to show you guys that, but first I want to show you some of the hardware and other things I got. So, this isn't hardware, but this is a box. I can assume that Apple made it because their logo's on it. That was their logo. There we go. This box it was for 10 floppy disks, and I got 3 in there right now. And I assume Apple would have sold like extra software in this or something, because it's for 10 single-sided 3.5-inch floppies. If you're too young to remember floppies, then I'm old. This is very cool. This is a cassette tape that would have came with it, and this tape it's still factory sealed after almost 30 years, and it's a guided tour of the Macintosh. And I don't know if it's like audio only or if you can buy a cassette player for the computer and plug it in and it's a video. I don't know, but this is it. It's like I said, it's still factory sealed. So I think that's really awesome that's in there. Alright, so on to the actual computer. That's it. And you can see that it's pretty deep. That is an external floppy disk drive. This is the keyboard for it. And the keyboard is actually very tactile. And it really feels a lot different to type on than the modern keyboards. This is the Apple mouse. That was their original Apple mouse with the one button, and that's not made by Apple, but that's something Tom let me use just to try it out. That's a trackball. If you've never seen one, it works just like a mouse, except you just move this ball to get it to move the cursor, and left click and right click. And something else I want to show you is Apple. I'm not sure if this would have come with the Mac or if it was an extra accessory, but Apple actually, this is by Apple, sold bags for the Mac. This is it. And if you open it, that big gaping hole in the middle of it, that's where you'd put the computer, and this is where the keyboard goes. And in this pocket here, there's some books. There's just some books about the Mac. And up here, this pocket on the top, that's for the mouse. So, I also want to add that this power cable I'm using, it's the original power cable. You can tell because it's got the Apple logo on it. So I think that's really cool. So without any further ado, let's take a look at this old Mac. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to put the disc in and turn the computer on. And these old Macs didn't have hard drives, so I'm running it off of a floppy disk. So it recognized it, and now we're booting into it. And that loud annoying noise was the floppy drive. So they were very loud back then. So let's see what we got here. We got the black mouse cursor that Apple still uses today, and we still got the Apple menu and these pull-down menus up here. And there is a few differences between the menu bar and now. And there was actually no clock in this. There was a clock, but it wasn't up here. And there's no dock. There actually wasn't a dock until 2001 with OS 10. So let's take a look around here. So the desktop, this is the floppy disk. It's the startup disk. So I can open it and I can look at the files that are in it and all that. And then this down here is my trash can, or recycle bin is the Windows counterpart. Alright, so let's take a look up here. The Apple menu. Now, one thing that's kind of interesting is back in the day, and this went for Windows also, I believe, when you had a pull-down menu like this, if you just clicked it, it would go away instantly. You had to hold down the mouse button to get it to stay. Nowadays, that's not the case. Now it'll just come down for you, but back then it had to change. So the only real command for this is About the Finder. These are all just programs. I'm going to go through those really quick. So About the Finder just gives you this thing. click off of that to get rid of it. Chooser, that's for printers. I'm not sure why they called it chooser, but that is for printers. Alarm clock, that's where you get the clock. And it has, for some reason, every time I test this operating system, I've tested it, this is my 4th time now messing with it, and it is giving me a completely different time every single time. I don't know why. So we'll quit that. And calculator, it doesn't look very different now, but it looks better now, more visually appealing. You got control panel. Now look how busy the control panel is. I just want to point that out. There's so much going on here. It's hard to really get a hold of what to do, where, like how to do things. And there's just a lot of stuff going on. They didn't categorize it at all, and it just sucked. And you could move windows around here, by the way. Yeah, you've always been able to do that in a Mac. Alright, so keycaps is kind of strange. It gives you this window here, and as you type, it will show you what keys you're pressing and when, and it's just kind of strange. And you can also click to type. I don't know exactly what that's for. I'm just trying to quit all these programs. So now, Notepad, it's just for notes, just like it is nowadays. Puzzle, that's one of these doohickeys here, where you got to get it 1 through 15 all in a row. So they had that. And Scrapbook, this is kind of like My Documents. That's what it would be known as now. You can put your documents, your pictures, your text files, your charts, all kinds of stuff in your scrapbook. So that's what that is. Now, these menus they don't change in this version like they do now. They are always File, Edit, View, and Special. So if we go to File, now right now the trash can is selected, so I could basically open the trash can. And get info, so I can get info about the trash can. And I can also get info on the startup disk that I used. And they did have keyboard shortcuts. You might have seen that it's telling me that for that I can use Command-I. So let's try that right now, actually. It'll quit this. So I'm going to go Command-I. Yep, there it is. So that's pretty cool. Ejecting will eject the disk, but I'm not going to do that because that is going to stop the computer. Edit, same kind of options as now. View, just sorting the icons on your desktop. I don't have anything except for those two, and those don't count as far as this menu is concerned, so they don't show it. And then Special, clean up, erase disk, all kinds, just extra stuff basically. And here is the shutdown command. Nowadays, it's in the Apple menu, but in the old days, it was in Special. You had to go through the Finder to shut it down. And this is System 2. If I'm not mistaken, System 1 did not have a shutdown command. So there we go, it's shutting down, and now it's telling me that there is no startup disk because the computer ejected it. If I were to put that back in, it would start back up, but I'm not going to. Alright guys, that's been it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment below if you guys like this kind of video, if you want me to go through more old computers. I definitely have good access to them. I can get my hands on quite a few old models, and I really like doing videos like this, so if you guys want me to try to get a specific model or something, just leave a comment below. I'll see if I can get my hands on one. But anyway guys, check out the 4 links in the corners of your screen, and click that subscribe button below my video here. I'm Joe Green, and I will see you Thursday. Oh, and I have a Facebook, Twitter, and a website. Those links are in the description. Check them out and like, follow, and check out the website if you feel so inclined to. But again, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you Monday.